Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting Assault of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene will find ourselves in a suburb of the city. The sun has opted to bless us with its radiance today. It's warm, it's bright. There's the smell of flowers in the air. This place where you find yourself is a walled section of the city proper that sits on about 5 acres in diameter of manicured landscaped gardens. It is very beautiful. There are long pathways that wend around koi ponds. There are small pagoda where people sit meditating. Some enjoy tea. There is the laughter of children upon the air. This place was designed so that those of a spiritual inclination could find themselves sitting amid the lotus flowers, or dancing amid the lilies. The Kagya Sumye Daizong is a place of quiet contemplation and absolute tranquility. Many of you have come here in order to find oneness with yourself, in order to breathe in the sweet air, or simply as it is a new place. It had been closed some 3 years prior due to lack of funding. However, recently, a group from China, simply calling themselves the Golden River Foundation, have revitalized the area, expanding the garden, re, uh, re-landscaping it, and building a large and rather pleasant cultural center at its heart. So, our darling Magi, we will begin our little list of introductions and go down the list. So, first up to join us will be Stefanos and Yuki.
Oh, I'm not in the trunk. Yay.
No,
Yay.
no. Stefanos is not in the trunk. He's also not in the box yet.
Yay.
No, Yuki. Yuki will probably bring Stefanos here, because really, leaving him by himself doesn't seem like a great idea, and getting him exposure to more spiritual places where he can find the answers to the questions that he's been seeking seems like a good idea. So she will let him tag along, or possibly drag him along with her, depending on how much he wants to go.
He's okay with it.
All right.
Okay. Next on my little list of introductions, we have a Marcus.
Cohen is in his favorite suit. He's been cleaned with some matter. Yay. He should. He just wants to check the place out. He has an extensive understanding of Chinese culture, and he figured a Chinese cultural center would be a cool place for him to check stuff out.
Okay, cool. Next we have Mr. Gallo.
Mr. Gallo is wearing a casual suit since he's off work and he's come to visit. He is not versed in Oriental culture, but is open-minded and curious.
Awesome. Next is Winray.
Winray will be. How many entrances are there from this at the center?
Into the center itself, it is the house as pictured, or the large building as pictured. There are 2 entrances at the front and 1 at the back. However, into the actual garden itself, there's only 1 walled gateway.
Okay. He will. Is there like a donation box at the front?
Yes, there is.
He will slide some money into the donation box as he walks in.
Okay. And last but not least, we have dear Mr. Grant.
Kevin is here out of pure suspicion. First, the Wulongs show up, then a new cultural center opens. The word gold was involved. It's suspicious dragon wizard bullshit. He's going to get to the bottom of it.
Oh my, okay. All right. As you gentlemen and ladies enter the fine establishment, you will immediately be drawn by the sound of music. It is sweet music. The sound of a flute cutting through the early afternoon air. I will let you know in advance. I rolled this character's performance pool. He rolled 7 successes on the flute playing. So it is a 7th success flute playing.
It's a mastercraft. I must follow it.
You will follow if you choose to. If you will see my little picture here, you will walk out one of the doors. There is a small stone path that leads over the pond to a pagoda located on its own small islet, where you will see, playing the flute, this individual. He has his eyes closed as his hand delicately works over the flute's many buttons, playing the various different tunes. This tune is light. It is snow. The first falling of snow in winter. Even despite the sun's radiance, you can almost feel the snow upon your skin. When his playing is done, he will very smoothly remove the flute from his lips and allow his eyes to flick open, offering those gathered a deep-seated bow. Some of you have met this individual before when he came to Agrabah Nights.
Yes.
Evan?
Mm-hmm.
Kids, some of this is sounding a little familiar. Has Yuki been to this place before?
No, you went to the Japanese Botanical Gardens, which is located in Kildare. It's about an hour and a half from the city.
All right.
He will bow his head. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, go ahead.
He will bow his head and he will say, "Nihoi, travelers."
Yuki will bow and return the greeting in English. And she will make sure Stefanos knows to do the same.
He will then look over the group and he will say, "All those who walk in darkness, yet seek the light, will inevitably find their way home. It is merely a matter of how many steps upon the path it will take." My manners are terrible. You have come as our guest. May I offer tea, perhaps?
I'll have a cuppa.
Winrate will bow. It would be my pleasure.
He will look at Winrate up and down, and he will say, he'll kind of quirk an eyebrow. And
And it-
he's trying to place the accent clearly, and he will say in Korean, I'm guessing that you're from somewhere near Seoul.
Bonchon Province, by way of Key West, Florida, United States, in Korean.
He'll nod. You find yourself very far from home.
It's amazing where work takes you. Kind of smiles and wobbles his head a bit. And that very much, I didn't see myself here either, is the undertone.
He will gesture for those of you who are interested to please sit down, as he will make a very slight, subtle gesture with his hand to indicate that tea should be brought. You will see a figure standing by the door who will bow at the movement very deeply, take 2 steps back, withdraw. Particularly for Marcus, you would of course remember from what occult mysticism you've taught and garnered based upon your particular style and what you were taught. The dragon wizards among certain personages in the Middle Kingdom are incredibly revered as entities. So he will say, I hope it is that fortune has smiled upon you all this day.
Oh, maybe. We have ourselves a game of Pike Out.
Ah. Do you play?
No, I win, son. But as this is your house, you will, of course, win the first hand, as is customary.
You will say, and what? I'm curious. Pagao is a gambler's game. What is it that you wager?
Power, my son.
Ah, power. Interesting. He will turn to the assemblage and he will stand and bow deeply before he will say, my most humble apologies. Several of you I have met at the establishment known as Agrabah Nights. However, many of you I have not. It is my great pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name, well, the most easy name to give is Trepitaka. Everyone's going to wait and see if anyone gets the reference.
Can you say that again, Evan?
He said his name was Trepitaka.
Oh. Okay.
Oh boy. That's entertaining.
If you know it out of character, I will count you to know the inferencing character.
Tripitaka, like the scriptures?
He will appear to contemplate for a moment, and he'll say, there were some scrolls that bore the same name, yes.
Yuki will nod.
Billy just made me watch the anime Sayuki.
He will shrug, and he'll say, different names mean different things to many people.
Look, my son, I've only come here for one reason only. So you lot will set up shop here, but we don't know what sort of game you're playing. Now, A represents the same folks that some of yous represent, kind of, sort of, in the same way. So I'm just going to be honest, because lying is not a thing I do anymore. I came to see if you was in cahoots with him to run things, or if you was against him. It's real simple.
I see. I will make you a deal. You said you were a gambling man, yes?
Words like that did come out of my mouth, sir. That's true.
A hand of Paigao. If you win, I will answer any question you wish truthfully. If I win, you will do the same.
Well, we don't have to play for that. I can't lie anyway. Ask me what you want, son.
Yes, but this way, I feel as though I have credence to ask the question, as opposed to assume a truth.
Well, we don't do things run my way to make you feel better, sir. I do things to make the other fella feel like they've got something on. I don't like to do things to make the other fella feel good because I'm a terrible person. So, ask. Ask. Simple.
Very well then. I will answer one of your questions as you have been honest in the answering of mine. You wish to know what we intend to do here, or why we have opted to come.
There's a balance of things, my son, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Anybody here's got some sort of spiritual understanding here understands there's a thing going on. That thing is uncertain. That thing is undone. That thing is going to happen. It hasn't happened. And you, no disrespect to the august personage that you belong to, ain't been in the game to understand what is happening. And I figure they had sent you out there to suss out what it was. So, if you're in here to mess with the balance, that's going to be a problem because there's things in the workings, sir, that you may not be aware of.
He will raise a finger and he will say, I am not here because my organization wished me to be here. I am here because one of my dear friends has shown interest in this place, and I wish to see what has drawn his attention.
One of your dear friends.
Yes. Shall we say, he and I journeyed out of the East together.
How interesting. And he has been in Dublin for some time?
Indeed. And I wish to know why.
I have guesses, but not answers.
I find that the certainty of answers are often less appealing than the uncertainty and the mystery of questions. At this point, a very, very beautifully painted porcelain tea service will be brought out by the same man, who will kneel on the floor, bow very deeply before he will start to pour tea for you all. He won't say a word to you. Even if you speak to him, he will overtly lower his gaze and continue to pour tea.
Yay, tea.
But
What
to
kind of
answer, it is jasmine tea, probably, yes.
Okay.
It's also because jasmine tea is Evan's favorite type of tea. Things you learn.
The more you know, Star.
But you will each be passed a very beautifully, exquisitely detailed china cup. They all have emblems of dragons on them.
We don't have to roll etiquette to do this the right way, do we?
That depends. Are you actively trying to impress anyone with your use of etiquette?
Well, yeah.
Then you may indeed roll intelligence etiquette.
I would like to roll manipulation plus etiquette, sir.
You may, if you wish, roll manipulation etiquette.
To basically show him the particular person who taught me what I know. He would know. He would see it. You know what I'm saying?
That's entirely fair. If anyone wishes to roll manipulation etiquette, they can in order to look fancy.
I think Yuki is just going to look polite.
Once again, this is an entirely optional roll.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 6, standard.
Legends and okay.
If you
I don't
botch,
know.
clarity will ensue.
I don't know if
That
any of
last
my merits of poker face would help here.
It really wouldn't, no.
Underworld negotiator prestige.
No.
Okay.
Those of you who rolled, just let me know if you had successes.
Does guile under as my manipulation spec help here?
Yes, it does.
When he drinks his tea, he does not look particularly fancy or isn't trying to impress, but it is one of those, if I mess this up, Mom is going to come out of nowhere and hit me kind of motions. So it's a little rigid.
Alright, so Mr. Gallo has 3 successes. Counting them.
Spending a willpower point.
Okay. So 3 successes with the willpower.
Yep.
Okay. Both you and Mr. Gallo will mirror each other's motions. Mr. Gallo clearly remembers seeing this on a TV show, or maybe he's entertained some Chinese dignitaries before. Interesting fact, if there is a crest or a kanji on, it's obviously not called a kanji, but if there's a crest or similar iconography on a teacup, it is never meant to be drunk facing you. It is meant to be drunk facing out. And you are only meant to ever hold the teacup with a single hand, the hand you intend to drink with. Also, it is not uncommon, and this is more so for Marcus, who will know this, for you to give a slight prayer of thanks before you take the first sip.
First thing he does, he goes, "Thanks, Billy. Cheers, mate." And he
As for the other individuals who are here, the Wulong have no current issues with members of the Brotherhood. We merely... He contemplates his next words, appearing to drift ever so slightly as he does so. We merely hope that they will obey the wishes of the mandate of heaven. That is another equivalent of Wulong. Mic drop.
man,
Oh boy.
they don't keep dissing the Catholics up here or my homeboy. We have problems.
So since I am fluent in Google Translate, is there anything written on the teacup that can be translated?
It literally has 3 tiny symbols on them, which you'll be able to translate as health, harmony, and home.
Okay.
Hi, Bob. How's it going?
Hey.
Did you hear Wulong diss, or did you not hear
Yeah, I
Wulong
mean,
diss?
Kevin heard it. And Kevin is the master of ... There is eye contact, and he doesn't say a word.
You can almost hear a feline voice saying, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
No, instead there's uncomfortable, prolonged eye contact.
We are, however, far from the Middle Kingdom. So it is that words and edicts, even those spoken by great beings, oftentimes lose their weight in the miles that one travels. I'm sure you understand this, Mr. Kilkenny, was it?
Yes, that is my surname. However, Lords of the Manor is the Lords of the Manor. Always. You know who the governor is. If you seek to
And
change that sort of thing,
he
that's a
will
whole different.
he will raise a finger to you, and he will say something, Marcus, that is not a mic drop per se, but an oh sweet Jesus moment as he looks at you in the eyes, and he'll say, "A lord is a lord, but an emperor is an emperor."
Ooh. Evan?
Is
Yeah.
that the sound of artillery shells being fired? Because that's what I thought I just heard. Boom, 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 boom.
Can
No,
I
he
make a mage lore roll to see if Yuki knows who the Wulong are?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Can I do that as well?
I've got
Yep. Everyone can do the mage lore.
Well, he doesn't. He's a hermetic. He doesn't have to roll. He knows exactly who they were. They were like members for a week.
a
To be
week.
fair, that was a very long time ago, and not everyone knows that.
Difficulty?
Standard diff.
Just the one.
All right.
So I got 5.
I
Oh.
got 2. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus, Winray.
Okay. Actually, it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Okay. To be fair, because they were also very active in Korea as entities, because Korea was at the time a tributary state of China.
Yes.
So okay. With one success, they were a fairly powerful Eastern craft who, you would, this is admittedly how you would view them. I'm not saying this is correct, but I'm saying that you would assume this. They probably have a lot in common with the Akashiana. 2 successes. They are an Eastern craft, they used to be a very large Eastern craft. They are very focused on the traditional Chinese concepts of imperial rule, etc., etc., etc. They're very, very traditionalist. They're very, very powerful, and interestingly, they're very, very wealthy, like as in obscene amounts of wealth. And Winray, hi, how's it going?
Should I just go open Dragons of the East and start reading?
Yes.
That's a thing I can do.
Yasuo Dragon Thunder. That's all I'm saying.
What was that, Marcus? Oh, with the 2 successes and with the 5 successes, one point that you would immediately know that prompted this: the Wulong possess the mandate of heaven to be creations, to be the dragon mages of China that was given to them by the august personage of Jade, and they still have it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy. Okay.
Allegedly.
No, in this game, I'm saying it's fact because I can. No, I'm not going to be that dick. It is allegedly, but they firmly they will fight you if they say it's not the case.
They did.
Yes, they
Alright.
did. That is why they fought the Akashics, because the Akashics were like, "No, you don't." And they were like, "Yeah, we do."
Stephanos will get a nudge from Yuki to be on his absolute best and most politest behavior.
I already made a good impression on this dragon wizardy person. But yes, sure.
He did.
He smiles.
As a matter of fact, the man will actually snap his fingers, and you will notice the attendant will bow his head again before he will. he will withdraw into the house, into the cultural center rather, and he will emerge a few minutes later with a box, a relatively small wooden box that is painted bright red. He will then bow deeply as he hands the box to the seated wizard or the seated Wulong, who will then proceed to open it very slowly with deep reverence, and he will remove from the box a beautifully painted bottle, roughly about the size of your pinky finger, that is painted with a motif of a garden and a pagoda. It is a lovely. You guess the bottle must be made of some type of ivory, and he will.
What's the shit made out of?
I beg your pardon.
I'm gonna use matter one. What's the shit made out of?
It's made out of ivory.
Amen.
What was that? Sorry?
Nothing.
For the record, if any of you have actually seen ivory, interestingly enough, the older ivory gets, the more brown it becomes. So there's a vaguely brown tinge to this, and he will bow his head slightly, and he will say, "A gift to my first friend in a foreign land. Please, Mr. Stefano, or what was it, Mr. Algaris?
Argus. I know. I hate myself for picking this name now. It's okay.
Please, Mr. Algaris, I would ask that you accept a humble token of my friendship."
Oh boy, that etiquette 0 is coming in.
Yes, it is.
Can I help my boy? Can I help my boy?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna roll mine right quick. This is only 6 days.
On a side note, Marcus, or anyone else, would anyone else like to roll intelligence? I'm gonna say intelligence academics on this particular little item.
I have that.
Sure, I will.
Or in the case of Winray, if you'd like to Google it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google it.
What's the difficulty for intelligence academics?
6.
Ooh, 4 successes. Yeah, 4 successes.
Okay, it's going to have a threshold of 2 successes, but continue.
That would be 6 successes.
Right.
Jesus.
Possibly 7 if I get the speciality in.
What speciality and?
Keen-edged mind.
Yes, this one will count.
Nice, 7 successes. I know everything.
Why is the limb arcane configuration there?
What was that, sir?
I got 5 successes. Roll.
Is it the thing from Hellbringer? Whatever.
Okay, on a side note, Marcus, the one thing that would immediately stand out for you is he's Chinese, not Japanese, so for the love of Christ, don't play the game at 3 refusals with him.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I'm saying for you to point it out to new person. Also, and this I'm going to give you because you actually understand the Wulong. They consider gift giving to be a form of almost pseudo patronage. So it's actually a big deal for them. They're basically giving you a kind of a "this is my respect" token.
He goes, "All right, my son." He kind of whispers to the bearded one. "All right, my son. Just take the bloody thing. You don't got to refuse it. But remember, don't give it away. Don't disrespect it in any way. Because he's giving you a pass amongst his people. It's a big deal."
He very slightly nods and then basically says thank you, and
for those of you who got 2, sorry, just a brief moment. For those of you who got 2 or more successes on the academics roll, interestingly enough, you've seen items like this recently come up for auction throughout the UK and Europe. These are from a collection of 24 snuff boxes carved in ivory that date from the year. One moment. That date from the year 1725 from the Shang Dynasty. What he's offering is probably feasibly about 100,000 euros worth.
But I can't sell it, so I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just pointing out the value of the gift.
Okay, so Stephanos actually gets that then, and he just his eyes widen. He's like, "Thank you," and because he's kind of scared to try being any more eloquent than that, because he would fail. He'll just politely take the box and very carefully hold it.
Evan,
Mm-hmm.
this item doesn't look familiar to Yuki, does it?
No, it's a snuff box.
Okay.
Is there anything strange on it from Prime and Spirit Sight?
No, it's a snuff box.
Thank God.
The servant will turn and bow very deeply to Stephanos, and he'll hold up a box to basically intimating, "Would you like to put it back in the box?"
Oh yes, he will.
The servant will then step back and stand by the bridge to the small pagoda, holding the box, clearly waiting for you to leave. So you're not encumbered by it. And yes, Max, you were about to say something to me.
I'm going to use correspondence site to see where his goons are that are connected to him that I can't see.
Okay.
Trying to find the goons. It's my goon sense.
Do you have spirit active?
No, I have a spirit with me.
Okay.
Entropy 1, correspondence 1.
God damn it, Kevin.
For the willpower point, because goon sensing is a need to know.
I thought you had that merit. Goon sense.
And changing details.
He wouldn't allow it, so.
Damn.
But apparently you have it as a spell.
Yes.
What are the spheres?
Huh?
I was going to ask, what are the spheres necessary for sense goon?
Entropy 1 and correspondence 1, sir.
Awesome. Awesome.
You can remind in there if you want the goons that have intent, but the ones that are connected to, like bodyguard goons, entry 1, mine 1, entry 1, correspondence 1, take care of that.
All right, Marcus, so let me know when you roll.
I got 2 successes.
Marcus, and you've never seen anything like this before, your goon sense is telling you the water underneath you is his goon.
Hold one moment. Universe just shook. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yes. He says, "Well, my son, you've made yourself a pretty little homie, isn't it?"
Oh, and what could you possibly mean by that?
Normally, I would say nothing, but since I can't lie, I mean, whatever is flowing beneath us is some sort of guardian or something.
You have a very keen eye, I must admit.
No, I'm just paranoid from Eastern London.
Can we see the water from in here, by the way, without correspondence?
Yeah, it's you're sitting in the middle of a lake, basically, in the middle of a small pond.
Does the water look weird under Prime or Spirit?
There, Now you look at it. There is a very powerful spirit presence that transfuses the entirety of the water. It's also glowing with prime energy.
Eep.
You gotta get someone to get
What's this?
his little eep.
Yes.
Adorable.
Fantastic.
He will kind of ponder for a moment and he'll say, well, in all honesty, there's no sense in, since you know that he's there, me not inviting you to be introduced. Would that not be polite?
Depends on the culture you belong to, innit?
Hmm?
Well, you're the Lord of the yes. Currently, you're the Lord of the Manor, so your rules is your rules, isn't it?
I don't understand this phrase, Lord of the Manor.
You're the governor. You're what runs. You're the you're what tells who what's what.
Your house, your rules, your protocol. What you choose to do in your home is what you choose to do in your home. We respect your wishes.
Well, I didn't say that. He did. It's not that I don't, but I didn't say that.
Very well then. He will extend a hand outward and he will say, you can come up now. I think that if they had intended to do me any harm, it would have already happened at this point.
Goddamn water ninjas.
At which point... What was that? Goddamn water ninjas?
That's what was said.
Hmm. That is indeed phrasing. Sorry, I have to find something. 1 moment. Yep. Probably going to find a better picture than this, but this one will do for now. At which point, from the water, this figure will emerge. As in, she solidifies as she breaks the water's surface. Allow me to introduce my humble friend and, I suppose the phrase would be acolyte, Sha Wu Jing.
Polite nod, partial bow because not sure how deep to go.
God damn it, Kevin! Why am I getting like increased amounts of eye?
Dojima, I don't feel about you that way.
On a side note, would anyone like to make me an intelligence academics roll? Difficulty 7, needing a threshold of 2 successes.
Sure, I can do that.
Got it. 3.
You said
Okay.
intelligence academics?
Yes.
Alright.
Or you can Google it.
I'm just going to Google it because she looks a lot like Nuwa.
I need to get a better picture of it. It also should be a man, but I've always been of the opinion the characters can be gender fluid.
That's 4 or 5 successes for me.
Okay.
I'm just going to Google it.
None for me.
All right. For those of you who know, Shao Jing is one of Tripitaka, because his name does indeed appear, one of his servants in the novel Journey to the West. He is also one of she is also one of Monkey's companions in the same book.
Represented by Shagoya, that's you.
You're not wrong.
You know, let's reward him.
What was that, Marcus? Sorry?
He's not let's reward him. In it.
She will kind of shake her head at Marcus, at Mr. Kilkenny, before she will casually return to being water.
Evan,
Yes.
Yuki has gotten a little bit suspicious and activated her prime sight. Or I'm sorry, her spirit sight. What does this guy look like with spirit sight?
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Solon's already seen this. He glows with inhuman clarity, and upon his forehead are the sigils carved in glowing kanji for the north wind. And in the background, far from him, but still somehow connected to him, you see the coils of dragons.
Okay. That is not what she thought she would see. Exactly.
What did you think? What did you think you would see?
Yuki was starting to think this was one of Son Goku's pranks.
Nope.
Oh shit.
It is not.
Hey Evan,
What was that, Marcus?
you may have to PM people things because they've got spirit sight on and they're around me.
Oh shit, Nuggets.
I
Uh-oh.
pointedly did not ask last time, but okay.
Just say it out loud for those who can see it. It's gonna save me sending PMs.
See what? Oh, my primal mark?
Yes, when they look at you.
Yes, Owen is either dedicated to or protected by or owned by utter destruction and oblivion.
Oh, what?
Okay, that's not disturbing at all.
Utter destruction and or oblivion.
Does this look like darkness, blackness? Insert evil meme
It
here.
looks like his aura is physically devouring the light around it.
So Diablery.
No.
No. Diablery is black streaks. His aura is black, sucking in everything around it.
The doctor's
You.
Oh, that's
It's also
I'm
on his.
super.
If you look deeper, you can actually see it's actually marked on his soul. His soul belongs to that.
Infernalist detected.
No, he's not an infernalist. Important distinction.
But how many people are going to know that is the question. My character doesn't even know that this is weird.
All of you would know that it is not, because that feel infernalism is infernalism. You know it. This
You
is
do
not that.
have an innate sense of it.
What? Yeah.
But yes, so Yuki, that is what you see looking at him. It's almost like how to best describe it? Oh sweet zombie Jesus, why are my eyes on fire?
Okay. That's good. That's helpful. She'll look away and kind of clear her vision.
He also has effects up. Currently, there's something around his mind, and there are two things that are attached to him spatially that are not, he's not carrying them, but he has spatial connection to something that's right in front of him, on him, around him.
Popping AFK for a minute.
Solon, do you want me to list what effects this chap has on him, or are you actually looking for him? Are you actually scrutinizing his effects?
Suffice to say, is magic? Yes. Is magical lots of stuff? Yes.
Oh, his flute is also magical.
Even his flute, he was right. It's a conspiracy. Ooh, Wulong.
Little do you know that flute has forces 5. Create Guitar Hero.
If you're not careful, it's going to cause Kevin to have to go really close on his eyes again, and I'm going to feel really uncomfortable.
He's going to do it now.
Don't do it.
I mean, look at it.
Kevin's been having a day today, okay?
Kevin
Came
just
here
wants
to see some things, and he's seeing them.
Actually, you know what? Everyone who wants to, let's P&E Kevin.
Oh man, you know what I didn't invest in? Hiding this.
It's like every time my member of House Dougal has to roll P&E, and it's really sad.
I got 5 successes on P&E.
It's okay. You really only need 1.
2,
Like
3. The Wulong gets 4.
I got
current
nothing.
level
So was that perception and
tilted.
Yes.
Who are we empathizing?
We are empathizing Kevin because it's funny.
Like out of all the people here,
1 success.
Kevin's the most on tilt. He's so on tilt he may as well be upside down. It started with the opulence. It continued into the like oblique Wulong mic drops. And then somebody came out of the water. There's an acolyte, like he's an acolyte. This is bullshit.
Very calmly, the Wulong will stand up and he will say, I do not know your name. I believe it was... No, he said, I do know your name. I believe it is Grant, yes?
Yes.
You are displeased with our hospitality?
No.
I'm so sus right now.
I'm curious. You are a member of the Akashiana, yes?
I am. Oh, did that come across? Like my throat was really dry when I tried that one. I am.
He will look you up and down and he will say, it has been some time since I had a sparring partner who mattered. Perhaps you will do me the honor.
Kevin stands up.
Somewhere in the background, someone puts out an 8-track and everyone was kung fu fighting.
Oh boy, is this happening?
Yes.
Okay, Yuki's gonna sit
Wait,
back
what?
and really watch.
Would you care to follow me in that case? I wouldn't want to break anything of value here.
Clutching box tighter. Oh, wait, no, I don't have it on me.
By all
Goddamn
means.
Solon, sipping.
Before either one of you throws a punch, why don't we discuss the particulars of this match?
By all means.
All right. It's going to be like this. Real simple. First fall. Simple. No
What was
blood.
Oh, sorry, continue, yes.
No blood. And first, you each have to see each other's stance. Simple.
That is agreeable to me.
That's
No,
it well
right.
with you. That's it well with you, mate.
No esoteric. Merely skin against skin. Agreed?
Agreed.
All effects down then. No magics.
From Solon's perspective, you will see he will basically assume a sutra, so his palm stretched outward, his hand to the air, and you will see all the effects on him shatter.
So be it. And yeah, if you can see effects, Kevin's mind shield against his better judgment is gone.
I will show you to a suitable location.
Do you accept these terms under heaven?
I accept these terms under heaven.
I accept.
All right. You two have at it. I have another couple.
I set my eyeballs to record.
Exactly.
You guys killing me.
He will say, I will give you a few moments to prepare yourselves. I will change into something more suitable. I will be back in a few minutes. He will bow very politely to the group before he will walk into the cultural center.
So while I was AFK for a brief second, why are people throwing hands?
Because
Tepakaku wanted a sparring partner.
and Kevin just stood up.
Pretty much.
Okay. My old statement still remains valid. I set my eyeballs to record.
Yuki is basically doing the same thing, but her eyeballs don't actually record anything.
Kevin, for his part, all you really see him do is take his tie off. I mean, like, most of the way off anyway. And stuff it in his pocket and then roll up his sleeves.
Gallo is actually showing surprising interest in the prospect of observing this. It looks like he's got a keen gaze, and it's actually, if you're looking for the nuances of their posture and gestures.
So I'm gonna roll to activate data site because angles, impacts, velocity, direction, all that, very important. Yeah. It'll be up for the rest of the scene.
I'm surprised Marcus isn't giving anyone a pep talk.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm also low-key surprised he's not taking bets.
If there were servants around, I would.
There are servants around. There's one holding a box that's standing right next to the walkway to leave into the main building.
In rapid fire Hawker's Cantonese, he will start by laying heavy odds on the person who owns the house just to get the money rolling in.
The man will look up at you and reply in much more refined Cantonese that there really is the point that why would he bet on his master to win when his master winning is a certainty?
Because money's good.
If you actually want to gamble with him, roll me a charisma expression roll.
Oh, really? No, he's not being discreet at all, Nathan.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a license to run a gambling ring?
He's speaking in Cantonese. Unless you can speak the language, you have no idea what he's saying.
That's what I was asking. Okay.
He does actually. In another country. The charisma plus expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah, cool.
He'll kind of look at you up and down and he'll say, fine, fine. I take action for 200 euros. Yes?
Hey, Ron, it's a good lot. Anybody else in? It's gonna go good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Now he is speaking in English. He's asking if anyone else wants in on the. He's asking if anyone else wants in on the sweet, sweet action.
Ooh. What are the odds he's offering, Marcus?
He's got 3-1 on the house.
Gonna pass.
Okay.
He pulls out a big roll of money.
Yuki will. She'll put in a couple hundred.
On who?
On the house.
Evan, the act of this gambling will be my focus for the effect that I'm going to use.
Oh no.
You, sir, are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I think I know this game. I think I pulled it in a kitchen once.
No. This is very simple. This is Mine 2 Correspondence 3. This gambling, all this effect is the duel of the fates. This is broadcasted. This is the spirits. This is everybody all witnessing a battle between the Akashics and the Wulong. It
Oh,
has been
God.
SciShow is just going to be like, oh, is that what's on the Mind television now?
It's called Everybody In. Now, actually, this road will be when I learned it, it will be called Annie Up. It's called,
Marcus, just roll me that roll, you fucking bastard.
I'm using a focus even though I don't need one.
Oh,
And
lordy.
I'm going to spend a willpower point. It's just so you know the effects: Correspondence 3, Mind 2, Spirit 1, and Prime 1. The Prime is to, for the quintessence of the place to be broadcast out, to know the feelings that are the things being used. Mind 2 is for the emotions. Spirit 1 is for it because they have a spiritual component to everything, and Correspondence is for, distance.
Just roll it free and tell me how many successes you put into effects.
And the diff will be 8, I assume. I assume this is vulgar as fuck, but not here, probably.
It'll be difficulty. No, it'll be difficulty 6 because it's still irritate. It's still using 3 dot. What's the highest rank sphere you're using?
3.
Yeah, so it'll be difficulty 6.
Let me roll my first my wits plus streetwise for my gambling to lower the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
7. Okay, difficulty 6 for this gambling roll.
Correct.
Okay, I got 1. So it goes from 6 to 5.
Yep, and now you can lower it with foci and quintessence, etc.
I'll spend a willpower. I spend a point of quint with my precious 2 that I possess. to lower it to 4.
Okay.
But it's a fast cast, so I still get the +1, so I can't lower it past that. So I've got it to 4 is the lower I can get it.
Okay. Roll your bones.
Got 2 successes. All of
Do you
it's
want to
going.
continue casting?
Sure.
It'll just go to difficulty 5.
Make that sweet, sweet magic.
I'm sorry if y'all think this is silly.
Really not. You're about to do
I think
something.
it's fantastic.
I can keep going.
Do you want to keep going, Marcus?
I'm gambling. Why not?
Stop him! He's
Ride that train.
crazy!
Ride it.
Is it 6 up? Is it diff 6 now? Or is it
Yeah.
still 5?
Div 6 now.
I'm good. I could keep going. I'll stop at 4.
All right. There's kind of almost a ripple as this is announced. On a side note, as it is unfortunately vulgar, you will take 1 point of paradox.
Ow! All of my gonads.
All right.
I do have active data site now.
Okay. Solon,
Yes.
how's it going?
Still sick. What's up?
You've spirit sight. Oh, you and Yuki have spirit sight up, don't you?
Yes, yes, we do.
Hmm.
Oh, Evan,
Yes.
to the bird. Hey, run, tell that.
Beg your pardon?
He tells the bird to go spread the word.
The bird is the word. Okay. The Wulong is going to be gone, or Tripitaka, I should stop calling him the Wulong. It's going to be gone for about 10-15 minutes changing. In the meantime, Solon, Yuki, the area
Yes?
around you becomes reminiscent of a fucking Studio Ghibli movie.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
The spirit world is literally crammed to near capacity around you with various different faces of various different spirit entities, many of them having a vaguely Asian bent.
All right.
I have a gift for this, by the way. I'm just trying to find it. It's going to take me a few, so don't wait.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, Evan, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Yay, Primal Works.
What was that, sorry?
This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Go Primal Marks.
Yes. It comes to the point where in the Umbra, you couldn't move for the dozens upon dozens of faces all looking at you.
This is interesting.
Can I get a page number for Primal Marks? Because my brain remembers it is something entirely different.
You can. It's in Book of Secrets, but I can't look it up at the moment.
I'm working on it.
If it's in boss, I can hunt it down.
Tripitaka will eventually return. I should point out this character has appearance 4. And he is stripped naked to the waist. This is primarily for Yuki.
What is
Page
his
90.
appearance?
What?
Okay.
hold on. Pause. What was the page?
90.
All right. And what is the pretty man's appearance specialty?
It is very simply put, I am the dragon.
All right, yeah. He
Yeah,
gets
no.
he gets definite looks from Yuki.
No. There are some looks from Winright.
Oh, damn.
Oh boy.
He will walk into the center of a circular sandy area that is clearly used as a Zen garden before he will very casually say in a loud voice so that it can be heard, I'm more than happy to begin our match now, Mr. Grant.
Very well.
On a side note, in the spirit world, you may or may not see a very drunk cat currently heckling that you have to go on. He's got five whatchamacallit? He's got 5 gnosis writing on this.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
I'm
Ooh.
Owen is taking any bets anybody wants to lay down. He's at spirit one. He can hear him.
Sorry, was that bit in English or in Cantonese?
Yes, he's
Oh.
betting in English
Okay,
now.
so you are committing, unlicensed gambling in front of a lawyer. Hmm. Sir, do you have a license to conduct a gambling ring in Dublin?
What gambling?
No.
There's no gambling here.
No.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm definitely not seeing any gambling here. Please make sure I don't see any gambling here.
You should perhaps be more interested in the fight that's about to go down.
Clearly, you've been speaking some strange language that I don't understand, and I clearly have no idea what you're up to. Please make sure it stays that way.
Let a man walk alone.
Building.
Let him
He
live
goes,
without sin, like an elephant in the forest.
I got the gift, by the way.
And Kevin steps in.
So,
Your building.
what is the lawyer's willpower plus 3?
Mine.
Yes, what is your willpower plus 3?
Let's go to it. 11.
Okay.
Marcus, that was you.
So 11 minus 3 is 8. Spend a willpower, so yeah. I'm at. Yep. So. Wait, can I do
The
that?
proper question, does he have any bets in mind?
Ian, I've got my. Sorry, Evan, I've got my blue booked thing up.
Yes, don't
Okay.
worry about it.
I have to double check the book real quick to make sure that I am doing things proper. And if I am not, that will not matter.
The Wulong will assume his stance, and he will say, "Doubt everything, find your own light." What kind of fighting stance does Kevin actually adopt?
It's more direct. One gets the sense that this is somebody who, at least in his particular hard style, communicates a lot of force through straight lines. If that makes any sense.
That's entirely fair. This individual he keeps his hands very, very wide, and he kind of leans back into his stance. You get the distinct impression as you move forward, he moves from side to side.
Okay.
So now we do that thing where we roll initiative.
So I cannot do I don't think I can do the thing I want to do, so I will not do that thing. But I do have data sight, and I am watching the fight intensely with eyeballs set to record.
All right, it looks like Wulong is going first. Huh. It would be the 110 I roll initiative is the one that I'm rolling now. Hmm. Oh well. Launching himself onto his back foot and then springing into the air incredibly quickly, spinning his body almost like a top. He will attempt to smash his foot into Kevin's face with Thunder Kick. Because we're on.
He's not joking. It's really called that. That's what's funny.
What was that? What was that?
It's really hilarious. It really is called that.
I love the fact it's called Thunder Kick. It makes my life better.
So is it this?
Wow, those ones.
Moose.
Do you wish to attempt to dodge?
Yeah, I'll snake step it.
Okay.
So let's see here. I have the soft style snake step. Oh. I think it adds like 3 dice, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
Snake Step, also known as How Not to Die.
Okay,
Don't get hit.
so the group watches as the Wulong flies through the air, and Kevin's stance loosens considerably, and it's hard to say. You could swear, did he hit him? Then he goes past him. It looks like Kevin got away mostly by pivoting. It was a bare minimum of effort.
Okay. You have used your action to take a defensive, which means it reverts to his turn again. Yay, combat rounds.
This is super intriguing to watch in Ultra 4K high def data site.
Having been rebuffed once, the Wulong will turn on his heel now that he has successfully landed, and his foot will snap out into a very controlled burst kick into Kevin's chest with snap kick. On a side note, fucking love saying it like that.
Mortal Kombat.
4 successes.
All right. Let me take a look at my maneuvers. Yeah, I'll try a counter throw. Why not? Four successes.
Oh, Lord.
Defender wins. Hang on. Do you throw him? Can't throw.
Yeah, counter throw base. I think I have to get more than you to throw you.
I think you're right. One moment. Directing attack is momentum against a basic so much time maneuver when the martial artist is attacked to make a resistor roll dexterity plus martial arts. Yeah, if you score more successes and you didn't, you only scored the same number.
So, and I think it says, I guess defender wins, so I still get out of the way per se.
Yes, you do. Basically, you grab at his leg, but you don't quite make the grab sufficiently enough to counterbalance him.
It's tricky, and it was a snap kick, so it was fast.
Okay.
It was quick, like lightning.
Yeah, it's strange for people watching the fight. Kevin at the outset looked like the most aggressive, and now he seems to be the more passive party here.
This is really entertaining to watch with data side up. All angles and degrees and velocities. Woo-hoo-hoo!
And health bars.
Fuck it. Life sight, I'm getting health bars.
Austin, you are wonderful. I love this.
His snap kick apparently failing, the Wulong will move forward. He'll almost cartwheel onto a hand before he'll bring his fist in to attempt to connect with your chest in a hard strike. I choose to point out I have to keep announcing things like that, or else it just stops being fun. Wow, that's 8 successes.
Yeah, there is legitimately no way I can overpower that. Let's see. Trying to lessen it, however. Am I able to roll my Dex martial arts to just block? Like, not necessarily the maneuver deflecting block, but just a block.
Yes, I mean, I'd recommend snake snapping because you get it at a lower difficulty and get more dice.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that. I'll take what the DM advised me to do.
You don't have to.
I did not beat 8. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5. So you still got 3 successes up on me.
How many successes up on you? My apologies.
Yeah, you're 3 successes over my snake step, so you still hit with like 3 left over.
3 left over. Okay, so it's going to be strength plus 1. So that's going to be 3, 6, 7. Okay. So. One, 2, 3 bashing damage.
I failed the roll on.
1 bashing taken.
Boom. Finally, a punch will connect. You will hear the chattering of the spiritual crowd kind of nodding and clapping their approval.
All right, I failed the second roll. I'm going to make my third roll because I want life bars.
All of the spirits and Owen are very, very upset.
Why is that?
Because my mystical martial artist can't follow instructions.
Sensing that, yes, he's actually gotten to the point where he's kind of chagrined the fact that he thought this would be easier than it was.
I now have life bars for the fighters in my recording.
The Wulong will hop back onto his hand after the strike, and he is going to attempt to sweep your legs, Kevin, with dragons. Is it dragon kick or dragon tail sweep?
Dragon tail sweep.
Let's see if they'd taken it out of the combat book, you have way less options.
What's that, Marcus?
In the combat book, the sweep you weren't able to parry it, or you could only dodge it. You couldn't parry it. But the whole point of it was for to get you.
That is 2 successes to sweep kick you.
So I'm going to be doing what I've been doing all fight and snake step it.
Eventually, you're going to take one of these. You're just going to take one of the hits and punch him back, and it's going to kill him in one shot.
No, this is a wonderful set of contrasts here.
No, you both messed up.
I mean, I guess the sweep connects with Kevin's after image.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
Damn.
Sanzar!
Hi, Dukin!
Sure you can.
Patsumokus and Bukiaku.
I hate you, Marcus. God damn it, stop.
He is a treasure to be loved and cherished.
Or as my friend used to say, steak club sandwich.
You will see the Wulong stop after his failed attempt, and you will see him kind of half close his eyes. And as he does so, his form changes. Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower on this one.
Okay.
That is 4 successes with the willpower spent. As he grabs your arm.
Oh, this is a grapple?
I have to check. I don't know.
What shows up under life and data with
Got a
strange?
big idea. This might be like an attempt to engage a withering grasp, perhaps.
No, he is not actually grappling you. He is hurricane throwing you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
So I'm gonna lean back
He's
on
like,
hold
"Fuck it,
reliable.
fuck He's like, fuck this, fuck this, magic kung fu. It's not actually magic, but you get me.
It really
So I'm
is.
gonna do-
It's somehow in the consensus.
I think you know Kevin's long game here.
Well,
So we're gonna see
tire
if we
him
can get
with
out
all-
of this.
There will
We'll
come
see
a
if we
point
can snake step our way out of this pickle. So it was what, 4 successes?
Yeah, 4 successes.
Oh man, the ones. Yeah, you got me, man.
Oh shit! Oh damn! I thought that this was gonna go on forever.
No.
Because after a certain point, I'm not sure how long it actually takes before we would actually. Marcus, because you might know this. What are the actual? Because I've never been in a combat long enough in World of Darkness to ever use them. What are the rules for fatigue?
They don't have them. The game doesn't care about it.
Really?
Yep.
I would have assumed it would have been a thing.
Bear in mind, a round is only taking like 6 seconds or something.
With incredible force. Essentially, this is a typical martial arts throw with the damage and difficulty listed below. Each success, however, adds 1 to the hurricane dice pool. Unlike that of unearned. Okay, so that's going to be. How many successes did you get on the to dodge?
I only got 1.
Ooh, dear. So that means he still gets his 3 rollover. So that's going to be 6 plus. So it's going to be 9 dice of damage. Holy crap, because it also throws you based on the amount of damage he does.
Yeah.
Oh lordy!
Way longer.
That's every 10 feet. That's not a straight line. Sorry, 1 second. Wow. Okay. Shit nuggets. So, based on that, yeah, he's going to throw you about 10 feet through the air.
Well,
With the soak, my friend.
at that point, Owen will stand up, and he will say in Cantonese to the assemblage of spirits, he'll say, "You need to catch that man because both of them are disqualified by their own words."
Hang on, I actually
Or what he's about to serve.
I actually have to roll it, so give me just a second, and then we'll deal with that. 1, 2. It's only 2 successes.
Hey,
That was a terrible roll.
you take both?
Wow.
Ouch.
No, you only take 1 because bear in mind 1s don't count on discount.
Oh my word! I keep forgetting. All right,
That's
I take
beautiful.
1 dashing.
And just a little bit of the life bar drops off.
What did you say, Marcus? I couldn't actually hear you.
He said, "You assembled spirits realize what just happened, and yeah, and why all your bets are null and void then? Yeah."
They all turn and look at you.
He looks. He looks at the guy who runs the house, and he says, "You said no esoterics, right?
I
Seems to
did.
me what." Yeah, you did
He'll-
actually say that.
He'll nod. I didn't use
And
any.
yes, you did. Your style of fighting. Anybody can learn that, then.
Yes, anyone can.
Where?
I could teach them if they wish to learn. He'll say, as he will walk over and he'll offer a hand up to the man he threw.
Death glare.
Death glare. But he'll take the hand because that's polite, and we're doing the bare minimum of polite today.
Marcus, you're suddenly surrounded by a group of spirits. They're like,
Oh, I was just messing.
do you want to roll me that sweet, sweet manipulation subterfuge?
I don't roll that anymore. I'm not lying.
Oh, that's fair.
All right, you take, and he will dole out the gnosis necessary. Stop trying to renege then.
I just had this great image of him basically slapping the Baba Yaga looking bitch from Spirited Away. Be like, bitch, give me my money!
He will make sure. I'm trying to gain prestige underworld negotiator. I mean, a literal underworld negotiator.
You fight very well. I'm sure you would make your Sifu proud.
As do you.
Thank you. He will return to the center of the circle, and he will bow very politely.
As will Kevin.
On a side note, I choose to point out on an out of character note there, that fight would have been 110% better if you had won, or would have been 110% different if you'd won the initiative.
Yep.
This is
And
what
it's
happens.
fantastic.
Is Winray like, yep, this is going on some hard drive.
Oh yeah, sweet, sweet hard drive. And sweet, sweet skill softs.
That don't work the way you think it does, bro.
It really doesn't. They actually
I know
said
it doesn't.
they said, and how do you do that? You cannot download Kung Fu into your brain.
That's fine. But it's pretty.
It is. Also, I swear to God, if some smart aleck little motherfucking pisshead fucking virtual adept was like, can I use this to download it into my brain and get dough? My response would be, go die in a fire.
This is how we prune the virtual adepts.
So,
I thought that was with Demon Seed Elite.
No,
What's that, Marcus?
no, that's just a purge.
Sorry, Marcus, what were you saying?
Did I make any either money and or quintessence?
Let me make a dice roll. Actually, make me your intelligent streetwise roll to see how well you gamble. It'll be difficulty 8, and tell me how many successes you get. I choose to point out.
I got a -1.
Okay. You lost about €1,000 and about 2 quint.
Damn. I had to use Heart's Blood for that. Ow.
And I choose to point out for Mr. Gallows' purposes, how the fucking Danae or the Hermetics think they were badass killing the Danae. What we did to the Akashiana, now that was badass. We correct me if I'm wrong, Marcus. Didn't the Wulong sack the original Shaolin temple?
Yes, that was them. And then
But
they made it illegal for them to be there in the country.
because they kind of ruled China. That done, and still naked to the waist. The very, very, as I said, his appearance spec is I am the dragon. Will walk over to Yuki and he will bow and he will say very politely, I will be very honored if you would join me for dinner some evening.
I would love to. Thank you for the invitation.
You do me much honor.
Insert polite response here. Let me think a minute. Crap. Yuki would bow and say, it would be my pleasure to accept an invitation from yourself.
I'm gratified to hear this.
Hopping AFK for a minute.
No worries. I do hope that you enjoy my gift to you, Mr. Stephanos, in good health.
Yes. Sorry, my voice is like giving out.
No worries. My apologies. He will extend his hand to Mr. Gallo and he'll say, I do not believe we have been properly introduced, though you have had and shared my tea. My manners. You will, of course, forgive me.
There is nothing to forgive. You have a splendid home. Your tea was most refreshing. I am Rupert Gallo, barrister at law here in Dublin.
I see. Interesting. What kind of law do you read, Mr. Gallo?
Most of my work is criminal law. I prefer defence, though I'm also a reputation for hermetic law.
I see. You may be able to help me on a small matter if you are interested in the helping.
Oh, certainly.
Certainly nothing as grandiose as criminal law. However, there are certain items that I wish to be imported, certain items that will require permits to be successfully imported from China. And if you could aid us in the legal framework of these documents, I would be most grateful.
I would think so. I'd have to read up on the details or speak to my usual solicitor. I'm sure they could handle it. What manner of items?
You contemplate. Historical objet d'art.
Yes, these matters can get complicated once we factor in EU law, but I'm sure if I speak to the right people, we can sort something out.
Wonderful. That is most agreeable. I will have my assistant send you the files tomorrow, if that's agreeable.
Oh, certainly. And I compliment both combatants on this obvious skill. It is rare to see, for me to see such fighting styles.
He will say, unfortunately, when one develops such combative focus in order to bring oneself closer to the innermost depths of one's being, one must always remember that they are ultimately tools of destruction as well as inner peace. I will point out, for those of you who watched, when this guy fights, he might seem very polite and very measured. Holy crap, his fighting style is violent AF.
Super aggressive, super brutal.
It's all about attack, 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 attack.
Yeah, Kevin was the passive party here with the bare minimum of movement.
So it was definitely a very big kind of difference in the styles that you could definitely see. Even the layman could see the difference in the styles that they were using.
Oh yeah.
To the uneducated like Stephanos, it could be said, well, he did a lot of very graceful flailing. The other guy dodged it a lot.
So
And then punches connected and things happened.
Exactly. At high speed. And after images.
I can only imagine what this looked like through ones and zeros with data sight. I can only imagine.
Did any of that's right, Evan, did any of the spirits stick around?
Several of them did, but you also have a very interesting idea. You think they stayed around because they live here?
In that case, Owen will take out another 1,000 and he'll put it on the table and he'll set it on fire.
Okay. I choose to point out, for those of you who may be less financially inclined, yes, this man just set 1,000 euros on fire.
Yeah,
Do that.
that's getting some serious side eye from Yuki.
Well, at that point, the recording stops and just kind of like, I've seen weirder shimonage.
Evan, you know why I did it, right?
Yep.
Got debts to pay.
Well,
All right, guys. So I think about this time I'm going to bring this scene to a close, if everyone's okay with that.
Yerp.
Can
So-
do.
That's fine by me.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another Scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.